All right, we are here at the Hurricane lunchtime session. I'm going to show my favorite arm lock from the close guard. All right, so I'm going to make standard arm lock grips. So it's going to be same side sleeve, cross side arm. So I'm going to make a deep hook with my wrist and my hand. I'm going to go all the way around the back of the tricep. When you try to pass this against a resisting opponent, people just don't let you. They tuck their elbow tight and they resist. So I need to shake my hip and make my hip a very unstable place to be. So I start to pull on the arm, I bounce my hip up and down rapidly. Looks hilarious, works really well. Now I leave the sleeve, I grab the shoulder, I pull it down. So when you get to this point, I want to create just a little bit of an angle because my goal is to trap this shoulder inside my closed guard. So my left foot goes to the hip, I keep my left knee very tight to the shoulder. If I have a big flare in my knee, his arm's going to get pulled out. So left foot goes to the hip, left knee to the shoulder, and then I'm just going to do a quick stab on that hip, change my angle a little bit, my right leg climbs up, and then my left leg is going to climb up also and cover that shoulder. And I'm going to cross my feet, pin my heels down, and squeeze my knees tight. Now his shoulder's trapped. So I want to attack this arm, but first I'm going to change my arms out. So my right arm is going to slide out. My left elbow is going to cover the crook of his wrist as that happens. So look, right arm comes out, left elbow covers the crook of the wrist. This hand is now free to dive under this leg. It helps me create a better angle. I need a perpendicular angle to finish a good arm lock. So as I pull on that leg, you're going to see me straighten my left leg out and press my knee tight to his ear. As I do that, my right heel is going to pin down and push him away slightly. So altogether it looks like this. This is my adjustment. So left leg is totally straight, my kneecap is pressing into his ear, my right heel is trying to touch the kneecap. So these two are scissoring together tight. There's no space for him to pull his arm out at this point, and I'm just closing this elbow to my ribs. Some people like to put this thumb inside the collar. That's personal preference. So when you get to this point, to pass this leg, don't make a big wide swoop, because again, too much room. I'm going to scrape his face with the back of my knee as I control his posture with this right heel pin. I do this. When you get to this point, just make sure there's no gap between the neck and the back of your knee. Likewise with the torso on this side, no gap between the torso and the back of my knee. I'm going to pin my heels, I'm going to squeeze my knees super tight together, and then I'm going to close my elbow to my ribs. And if he's not tapping at that point, I keep my elbow close to my ribs, and I just raise my hips off the mat for the finish.